coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Let's go. Shout out everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Duck them hooks, baby. They out there. Big love to everybody who support the movement, man. Everybody who support the platform. Can't do it without you. Let's go 2026, man. It's up to us to run it up. Ain't nobody else gonna do it for us. Ain't nobody else coming to save us. We own an island by ourselves, fighting the algorithm, fighting the shadow ban, fighting the haters, and I love it. Let's go. We gonna do it. We gonna do it. Let's get it, man. 150, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's get it popping, man. 2026 meet and greet on deck. Listen, on this day, old head, man, he lived to regret the day that he pulled this move right here, man. And once you start doing that time, man, the more time you do, the more older you get in prison, the more irritable you're going to get, the more irritated you're going to get by small stuff. You're already dealing with a lot of internal stuff, you know what I'm saying, that you got to hold in because you ain't got no release. Your frustration, your depression, you know what I'm saying, your regret when you wake up every morning and see your reality and it don't never change, and you got, man, hey, you ain't got time for a whole bunch of tomfoolery. And then you have younger dudes coming in, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. They got a lot of energy. You know, they ain't really hip to the prison yet. They run around, they smoking reefers. They, beat bopping, they rapping, they playing loud music. You know what I'm saying? They just basically more or less running around trying to get high all day and doing a lot of crazy stuff. And it's going to irritate you, man. A lot of times you want to be to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You want to be minding your business. Sometimes just in your thought. Sometimes, to be honest with you, just in your depression. You just exactly lay in it sometimes, just be like, man, what the, So I'm on Power 10 at the time. I'm young too, for real. Power 10, I'm in my early 30s, late 20s, early 30s. Ran up in that area. So, like I said, you got a lot of old heads. They just mean, man. They mean because of what they done already been through, what they done already seen, what they got going on. Like Tuck a mean mofo, man. Tuck is a mean mofo. A whole lot of them like that, the Bama Suicide, he walking around looking like Sammy Davis Jr., mad all the time. A lot of old heads on there, man. Even Bozo, man. Bozo, he'll laugh sometimes, but most of the time he irritable. You know what I'm saying? It's just them dudes been locked up 20, 30 years, 25, 30 years. They tired, man. You know what I'm saying? So on this particular day, the old heads sleep on. Most of the time, old heads get the corner sale. They've been there a long time. They'll wiggle their way into when they got the corner sale. Once they get the corner sale, they ain't trying to lose it, because that's out the way of everything. Then when you come out your cell, you see everything. You know what I'm saying? Like in the back, in the corner, you come out, you see everything. It's 3 tiers, so you got a corner here, corner, so it's 6 corners, right? I ended up being in the corner on the top, right? But when you come out on Power 10 on the wing, you come out in the window right there. So as soon as you walk out your cell, boom, you right at the big old window that covers up the whole tier. You can see people going in and out of the vision room. You can see the parking lot, stuff like that. So, you're looking at the world go by, but you can't get to it. So a lot of times you'll see dudes, old heads, they're standing out there at the window, drinking coffee, smoking a cigarette, doing whatever. I can't tell you what they be thinking about looking out there. But when I look out there, that's all I think about, man, is, how much I effed up, because you want to be out there. Especially like on visiting day, you could see the people coming in and out of the visiting room. So it was crazy. You could see the convicts going to the visiting room, coming back. You know who getting visits, whatever. Sometimes if it ain't you, you wish it was you. Okay, now mind you, this is the window. So on visiting days and things like that too, them youngins will get up early in the morning. They'll come back there. If they got that sauce, that jerry wine, they drinking, they loud talking, they smoking weed. And you got these dudes in the corner said they might be sleeping in the morning. They don't play that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't with that. You got all this noise in front of them. They might be trying to sleep. They might be mad they ain't get no visits. They might be just, like say, in their own zone. So this particular morning, you had about 2 or 3 dudes, they back there. They bought the little chair, set the little chair back there at the back. They done set the little CD player thing up and got the music pumping out the CL20s. If you've been in the penitentiary, you know what CL20s is. They got the CL20s turned up, set in a little cup, pumping, playing music and everything. And they just kicking it, right? So, but man, you got these 2 cells on both sides. So the dude that's on the left side, he old head, he probably been there about 30 years. You know what I'm saying? He a mean old cuss. He don't do no whole lot of talking, no jawboning, no socializing, no nothing. He in his own world, right? So they got the music and stuff playing, got their chairs back there, they kicking and ha-ha and whatnot. So then it's one of the dudes, he sleep on the bottom tier, probably about 6 cells up. So they leave the music on pumping and the chairs and stuff right there, they go to his cell. I think they when they said smoke the reefers. You know what I'm saying? Because they probably don't want nobody to know they got reefers because dudes going to want to hear you selling weed. Where you get it from? All that type stuff. So they go to the cell, they blowing the little weed. And while they up in the cell blowing the weed, one of them standing on the outside, right? I guess, being a lookout. So old head come out the bottom tier, come out the cell, open his door. He got the curtain all the way up anyway, probably about to his chest. Put a little curtain in front of your door. Power tank got the bars. The doors are bars. So you got the curtain up, just, your privacy joint. So somebody got to walk up to you, say, look over to see what's going on. So even though he in the back corner, they still put the little curtain up, right? Man, you see old head open the door, come up out the joint, look down the tier, and the CD player and the headphone stuff is, playing the little music right there. Man, old head grabbed that little joint and slung that joint down the tier. Slung that joint down the tip and go back in the cell and pull his door in, right? Man, one of the dudes that's down there, it ain't his, it's the one that's in the cell smoking weed. So they say, hey man, what you doing? So boom, they come out of the cell. He said, man, what the, and they go pick the joint up, falling all apart, and he done slung it down the tip. So he said, man, what happened? Man, dude came out there and threw your joint down the till, man. So he go marching down there, go straight to his door. Hey, man, pull the door open. Man, when he pull that door, man, old head said, hey, man, what the you doing, man? And he said, man, what you throw my stuff down there for, man? You broke my joint, man. You got to pay for that, man. He said, I ain't paying for nothing, man. You don't put that stuff in front of my cell, man. It's early in the morning, man. People in here trying to sleep. He said, man, you going to pay for my walk. He said, man, I ain't paying for nothing. Popped him in the mouth. Bing! When he hit him in the mouth, see, this is the difference between old head, young head. Even though it's sporadic, they won't expect in there. But still, though, when you approach somebody in the penitentiary, you got to be ready. You got to be ready, man. Old head was ready because he know what he did. He was in violation. So when he got popped in the mouth, he was ready, but he won't as ready as he should have been. We'll get to that. But he was kind of like prepared, but I don't think he was prepared for how them youngins was coming. He popped him in the mouth, right? We popped him in the mouth, he fall back up against the wall, but he started digging in his pocket. he pull it out the pocket, and he digging in the other pocket. But he pull out the pocket of the first joint, he pull out the hot pocket that lock in the sock. He pull out the other joint. He got a little poker. It ain't big, but it'll get you. You know. Hit you in the right place, it's gonna get you. So he pulled the joint out, but dude jumped on him. Bang! He swung the joint one time. Bing! Side of the head, but dude, boom, and fell into him, started hitting him. The other 2 dudes came running and jumped on him like a pack of hyenas, man. They were beating him, man. He fall in the wall. He poking and trying to swing dude holding this arm with the lock in his side, but he poking. He poked old boy in the leg about 2 times. Bang, bang. But the other dude grabbed his arm and held his arm down and pried the joint out of his hand. And after that, bro, it was just all downhill for him, man. They started kicking him, stomping him, punching him all in the face. He balled up on the wall. They kicking him, mother, boom. They crushing, and dude don't even try to poke him. He took the joint, put it in his pocket, and started putting hands and feet on him. So you got 3 youngins beating him up. Now, at the time, he probably about late 50s. You know what I'm saying? He probably about late 50s. He in decent shape, but not like, you know what I'm saying? You could tell back in the day he done put some work in. You know what I'm saying? Like on the weight pad, working out, pushing up or whatever. But they punishing him, bro. I'm talking about now he leaking blood everywhere. They still kicking and stomping. So the other head come out on the other side because he heard all the commotion. Then other dudes start coming out. So when the old head see that he getting the brutal, because that's what he getting the brutal put on him. They like, hey, man, that's enough, man, that's enough. So they run up, the youngest turn around, they want to fight, they ready, because they amped up, pumped up. So he said, man, get up off of him, man, that's enough. He said, man, through my walk, man, he said, man, get up off of him, man, that's enough. So there's mad chaos out there. So now, the old heads, they join in too. They like, oh, no, man, that's enough. So they bagging up off of him, but he drunk. He trying to get up. He leaking, blood running all down from his nose, from his mouth. You know, so they standing their ground. They standing around like they ready to fight because the old heads is on them. Like, man, that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do all that. Y'all doing all that. It's over with. It's over with. Man, he threw the walk, man. I don't want to hear that, man. Don't nobody care. Okay, then we don't care neither, man. Ain't nobody gonna pay for my walk, man. Man, look, man, hey, you know what I'm saying? What's up? I mean, what's up, man? They won't scared. They were scared, but they won't scared. You know what I'm saying? The old heads is on the, they just trying to, you know, stop them from getting killed. But at the same time, they don't really want to lose their position either. They don't want to really go out for them. I think if one of them was really tight with them, it would, you know what I'm saying, they would have busted a move because that's the protocol. But as I told you, old head don't even be talking to nobody. He just, you know what I'm saying, really that was done on the strength of he done did a lot of time. He an older man, you know what I'm saying, we ain't gonna let you, you know what I'm saying, take him out like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they'd have kept whooping, they probably would have killed him. Because they don't know what they're doing. The youngest don't even know how to fight. They just had the advantage, and they took advantage of that. They stomping them, beating them, pumping. They don't know the level of damage they causing to him. And he older, you gonna mess around and kill him. You catch a body on the humbug. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand that. So in some ways, the old heads, they were saving them too. Because you finna catch a case, and you finna be here for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? With this right here. Over, you know, a Walkman. But so you got to look at the situation. These penitentiary situations, who right, who wrong. Both of them was right and both of them was wrong. You know what I'm saying? The youngest is right because, I mean, we mind our business. You could have came out in a way and said, hey, man, that's too loud out here. Move that away from myself. Boom. Then it's up to how they respond, how the issue gonna go. He could have came out and asked them to move it in the same way. But the way it was handled, that's how stuff happened in the penitentiary. That's how it jump off. He came out there. He won't trying to hurt. I guess when he came out, he don't see him right there. They down there. Man, get this from in front of my cell. You know what I'm saying? And they like, hey, man, hold up. What you know what I'm saying? So that's how things just jump off. So now the youngest, they balled up. They walking looking tense and everything. They trying to help dude. He getting up. He falling down. Then he acting, you know, nasty with them. Like, get off. Get off. Get off. You know what I'm saying? He pull his door open, go up in his cell. You know what I'm saying? He come back out probably in like 5 minutes. Got his hands in his pocket, in his pants like he got something. No, come here. Come here. But he bleeding. You bleeding bad, man. You can barely even stand up. He wobbly. He's sick. He's sick. They done put it on him, bro. You got to get the medical. That's what you need to do. But whether he had another, you know, poker or not, who knows? Because dude took the other one out of his hand. Dude got in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it just was a big, mad chaos. I'm on the top tier. I'm looking down over the bottom like, I got an area view. You know? Like, man, they out of control this morning. So, it just was mad chaos, man, all over, you know, being in the penitentiary, being bored, They ain't got nothing to do. It's Saturday morning. You know, they want to get high. They want to listen to some music. They want to forget the day in the penitentiary. Old heads can't forget they in the penitentiary. We've been here too long. We've been here too many years, too many decades. You know, they always set in our ways. And man, get this stuff from it from the. And if you know, an old head ain't gonna go back there and do that. An old head, unless he just blip the blur. You got them too now. They're not gonna go back there and play no music in front of nobody house, nobody hut, man. It's just like you going in front of somebody's cell and holding a conversation. Yeah, man. Which dudes in the cell, they can hear that, man. Man, get that away from my cell, man. Go do that in the middle of the tier somewhere. Go in the day room or something. These things happen. You know what I'm saying? Just like you don't supposed to look in people's cell. So you don't stand in front of nobody's cell, play no music. You don't stand in front of nobody's cell, have no conversation. None of that. Because all of that can lead to violence. You know what I'm saying? But man, he got brutalized, man. I think he gonna regret that move he pulled that day for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Because his face was starting to swell up. You know what I'm saying? He knotted up. He already, you know what I'm saying, older. It's gonna take longer to heal. He probably felt that for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? He probably felt it for 6 months. Now in his mind, he trying to contemplate how he could get some medical attention without losing his cell. Cause when you go over there bust up like that and you ain't gonna tell on nobody, he ain't gonna tell. You ain't gonna tell on nobody. They gonna lock you up for investigation because they know you ain't fell off your bed. They know somebody done put something on you. So they might lock you up for investigation. They lock you for investigation. You done lost your cell. Now you ain't got the single cell no more. You understand? You ain't got the single cell no more. You ain't got the corner cell no more. You stuck. You see what I'm saying? So it was a catch-22, but he had to go to medical because he was leaking too bad. He was hurting too bad. So this is exactly what happened. What he didn't want to happen. He went to medical and he ain't come back. The people came back, but he ain't come back. They came back and packed it up. You see what I'm saying? Came back and packed up all this stuff, man. They got him up out of there. The youngins ain't go to jail, but now they walking around, kind of like, feeling themselves now. But the old heads is like, yeah, because when stuff like that happen in the penitentiary, they get that testosterone in them. Like, oh no, yeah, shoot, man, yeah, we'll tell one of the old heads up, man. Old jokers be talking to me like that, or don't put your hand on my stuff, or and they get to walking around with the chest poked out until one of them old heads that they mess with is ready and end up letting all the air out their tires, man. You know what I'm saying? Put you on some flats. Put you on some flats, man. But man, that was just a crazy situation, man. It was crazy, and it also gonna tense the old heads up. Now they walking around too, like, yeah, I wish you would. Yeah, all right, try me like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Do that to me and see what happened to you. So it just be, you know what I'm saying? Old against young, penitentiary rules against dudes that don't know rules. It's just a constant, ongoing chaos and confusion and it's all about small stuff. It's the small things, man. Ain't about nobody owing nobody no money. Ain't about nobody, getting no drugs from nobody, no gambling debts, no nothing. It's about knowing the rules and regulations of the penitentiary, man. The penology of the whole thing. How you gotta move in the penitentiary. You gotta move in a certain way, because whatever you doing, it's a good chance it's gonna disturb somebody else. Because the space is limited. You know what I'm saying? Space is limited. Whatever you doing, you dudes done got the beefing back there. You know what I'm saying? I done had conversations, strong arguments, should I say, with dudes for working out. For working out back there. You just dude come out and say like, man, hey man, all that grunting in front of the cell, man. I mean, I'm trying to sleep, bro. I'm trying, and my response might be, or was at that time, hey, bro, hey, we sleep when we die. You know what I'm saying? I ain't bothering you, bro. I'm just doing my thing. So those little things can turn into something too. Because like I say, dudes, everything irritates you, man. Everything irritates you in the penitentiary, bro. After a certain point, everything will bother you, bro. Trust and believe me that. You know what I'm saying? Just the way a dude dressing. might piss you off. You know what I'm saying? You see a dude Some jokers in there don't even care. They wake up everything. I mean, they just wrinkled all up, the collar halfway up, the boots ain't tied. They walking around looking like, you mean you out of coffee. Man, get the ain't been in the shower in 21 days, and you come up here raggedy, stinking, breath stinking. Man, you don't get up on my face, man. Give me a cup of coffee. Get in the shower. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, that's how you feel, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you feel. And then he might not ask you for no car. He might ask somebody else, but you see him and it might irritate you. Man, yo, nasty running man ask for car. I wish he would ask me for something. That's how you feel. It's just because of where you at, bro. It's just your conditions. It's just your situation. It's just your location. But you have to know that you got to be able to fight it, man. Because if not, you're going to be in a situation. And like old head, he put himself in a situation that he thought he was ready for, but he won't. I think he might have thought he could scare them youngins and, you know, put that tough talk on them, and they weren't going for it. Popped him in the mouth too fast. He couldn't get it out of his pocket. You know what I'm saying? He should have came out with it in his pocket. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, man. Bad decision, bad day, wrong people. Anyway, y'all talk to me in the comments. I talk back, man. TBP Nation, stand up, man. We keep on pushing this stuff out here. Hopefully these youngins are heard. They don't want to be the youngins on that end. Them youngins won that day, but they lose a lot. Trust me, you lose too when you go to penitentiary. Y'all be safe, man. Be smart, make good decisions, man. Duck them hooks, man. Duck the penitentiary at all costs, man. We out here pushing P.
The banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.